Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuck,
Welcome
man.
back to the dumbest guy in the room. Songs that I make them sober. I'm not under the influence of anything. Like actually it's a myth that all artists have to take drugs. It's a big myth because like when you take something, your creativity and just willingness to work is just lowering. Because music is a different language, you know.
Yeah.
You
It
can't
really
you
is,
can't
man.
say you can't tell who's singing, at all. Like because music is a whole another language and it's beautiful. That's why I do music, man, because I can communicate with everyone.
I
And
mean,
I'm trying to make something. I'm trying to make something that the world really needs. Like maybe I'm not gonna blow up. Maybe I'm not gonna be famous because I don't do like sugarcoating pop. I'm trying to bring real music to the world and real feelings.
Like the progression
Oh my god!
of your
I know what you're
music.
trying to do. You're trying to make me the dumbest guy in the room.
No,
Chosen, I follow the call. My soul is breaking free. You awaken me. Stolen my time to move on, but now I can see seizing destiny. Welcome to my evolution.
welcome
Dude.
back to the dumbest guy in the room. Today we got a really special guest. I know if you heard Evolution before my podcast today, this is another one of the creators. Dude, I love your music.
Thank
but
you.
before we even get into it, brother, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself. You know you better than anybody else knows you. So go ahead, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself and we'll get into it.
Dude, that's awesome. So my name is Cesare, but most people know me under the alias Clarx, Clarx. I've been a music producer for 8 years. I've done EDM for the most part, but recently I started working on more like alternative sounds and more rock elements. I got Mike here with me, who's the best guitarist I've ever worked with. I've worked with many, and yeah. So as far as like rock elements go, those are mainly guitars. So my music is very guitar based.
Yeah, dude, I absolutely love your music, dude. You missed it because you were on the other way, but I was in here jamming out to Bones, dude.
Damn!
Like,
Oh shit! Did you know that there's do you know what Trackmania is?
No, what's that?
Dude, Trackmania is like this game that features that lets the players create their own track as the tracks as their race. So every player can generate his own track, and they're all crazy. They're doing like flips and shit. It's kind of like Rocket League, but on a track, like it's a racing game. And there was a Trackmania track synced to Bones. You gotta check that
really?
out, dude. That's it. And he just did a video, another sync video with another one of my songs, and I love it. I'm gonna work with the guy for sure. I'm gonna work with him more.
So
But
I
yeah,
I hear an accent, dude. Where are you from?
I'm from Poland, Europe.
Nice.
Poland.
Nice catch.
Yeah, I mean it's
People
pretty
usually
simple to
people
hear.
usually don't hear it.
Really? Well, when I have a guest
Yeah.
on, dude, I like to kind of check them out a little bit, and I could hear it full fledged. And I think he did like an arcade thing.
Oh
Whatever
yeah.
yeah, I could hear the accent there much more than I can hear it right now.
Oh, nice.
But,
Yeah,
dude,
that's probably because I spent 2 months in America.
Is that how long you've been here? Are you in New York right now?
2 months. 2 months. It's 2 months right now. Actually,
Nice.
I flew in March 6th.
How do you like New York?
Hate it.
There we go, baby. Philly. Go Philadelphia, dude. Did you go to Philly yet?
I went to Philly. Are you from
Yeah.
Philly?
Yeah, I live in South Carolina now because Philadelphia sucks just as bad as New York, but
Really? I don't think so. I think the opposite actually. Philly was nice. Maybe
Philly's
because of
nice.
the weather. Maybe because of the weather and the looks. I don't really know how far people go, but yeah, I liked it. I liked it more than I liked it in New York, but still, like it was still overwhelming, and yeah,
is it a lot different than Poland?
it is a lot different. Mainly the people are different, but also like the layout of things is different. So I don't know if I can get used to it. And also I feel like America in general. Maybe it's some places, but some places like New York. I feel like New York is ridiculously expensive. Like it's just like, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me because I'm paying for the same stuff that I pay in Europe, same quality of the stuff, and that's it. Like I'm paid four times less than what I pay for stuff here. I feel like it's just like there's no explanation to that. That's what I feel.
We got inflation going on pretty bad over here.
Yeah, but Europe's got inflation too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like here things are ridiculously expensive, except for the gas. Gas is like decently priced, but I know you guys are complaining about the gas prices right now too.
Gas is expensive now, dude. But I mean, that's the whole stuff.
This is like the highest I've ever seen it.
Yeah. Same thing in Europe, but still, like, it's still much cheaper than Europe.
Yeah, dude. So, man, I like seriously, I really do enjoy your music a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I did a deep dive. I went back to like even like your earlier stuff, like Damn, Aggressor, and Stretch.
Oh my God! Please don't bring them up.
So I did that from like then until now, like just like to watch like your growth and like the progression of your.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me the dumbest guy in the room.
No, I'm just complimenting you like on your music. It was like you could see the growth like through your music, and like
thank you, bro.
I loved it.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna continue on doing that.
Yo,
There's a secret.
You just said, we're trying to make you the dumbest guy in the room because of your old music, and you're like, don't get into that. Do you think that it's like, but like, dude, don't you think it's important to start, like, even though, like, if you look back at that music, you're like, you can look at it and be like, damn, this wasn't that good. No, I know that, but like for somebody getting into it, like even for me, man, my first podcast that I put out, I felt like it was terrible, and it took me 40 episodes to put something out because I couldn't even listen to my own voice, let alone put out my thoughts.
Man, you have an amazing voice. I love listening to you right now. I'm focused. I'm in the zone.
That's what's up, dude. But don't you think it's important to put that like stuff out there, and then you can kind of go back and reflect and be like, damn, look at this growth. Because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. And that's the person you're going against, right?
There's two ways you can go about it, really. Because like you can hold on to your stuff and sit on it before you release it and just get better as you go. Keep making songs or writing songs, whoever you are, artist, songwriter, producer. But I lost track what I was gonna say. Hold on.
You were saying you could sit on it, or you can
or you can just keep dropping it, and see what fan basing could get you, right? That's the second way, and that's what I did. I don't know if I'm happy about it because like it didn't bring me anything because all my like previous stuff was free downloads. But
got your name out there, didn't it?
Yeah. I kind of got like my first like little fan base, people that were just like constantly listening to those songs and they wanted more. So I kept dropping more. And then I started evolving. I changed my sound a couple of times and now I'm changing it again. What I said with the guitar based music. And yeah, but it's definitely like I can see where I started from. At least I'm not like I'm humble. That made me humble person because like I see like people like Mike. He's an amazing guitarist. He's super talented, but he doesn't really have like his own fan base, right? And I know that because that's where I started. I had no fan base, nothing to my name. So I respect people like that, and I respect talent. We were at and I also saw how like where I went from, like where I started and then where I ended, because I started with literally nothing to my name, and then my first songs were just like 1,000 maybe 2,000 streams in their peak, and then it just started growing. There was 10K on SoundCloud, 20K on SoundCloud, 50K, and then I noticed like, yo, I hit 10,000 followers on SoundCloud, which was back in the day, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But it still gave you nothing, right? Because SoundCloud wasn't monetized. So, but I kept doing it because I loved it, and in the end, music is always going to get you back. Any form of art is always going to get you back. If you love it, it's going to love you back. Actually, that's the same with all professions out there.
Man, I 100% agree with that, dude. And to me, man, I've always been so intrigued by music. Like I just like I can't. I wish it was something that I could do. I was telling Mike in our episode, dude, and Mike's like, you could if you. I can't, dude. I don't have the ear to like put it all together. Like, like how do you? What's your process going into making a song? Like, where do you start? Do you have like a starting point and then you just kind of feel it? Like, because your music just grabs me, dude. Like I just start going. The
Man,
first time I
thanks,
heard
man.
the first time I heard Evolution, I was like, holy shit, Mike's on this. Like I remember Mike playing the fucking guitar at the family party, and me looking at him like, what is this dude doing? And now he's putting out this song with not even just the beat to it, not like the whole thing, dude. Like the
Yeah,
lyrics, it's a
yeah.
deep song. Like like all the lyrics in there are so deep. The song, the other one that came out around the same time that you made, it's called Numb the Pain, I think, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I
Like
love
that's
that.
another deep song, dude. Like
That's a
the
good one.
lyrics are deep. So like you're obviously, did you create that and bring all them people together to make these things? Because there's like 6 people or something on these songs, and it just flows so good.
Yeah, that was the fun thing we did with our friendly label NCS. So we gathered that was actually my idea to do it. I gathered like 30 people together and split them into 4 groups. Wait, hold on, was it 4 or 5? I can't remember. I think it was 4. And then all 4 groups made 4 different songs. They only had like 3 or 4 days to complete the song, so it was a challenge because we started late. But because it took time to like get all the groups together and stuff, like explain the rules and everything. But yeah, we got 4 songs done. I was in 2 of those groups, and I made 2 songs with inside 2 groups. So that
You
was
like take
Evolution.
Do you take the sounds of everybody and did you put them
Pretty
together?
much, yeah. Those 2 songs that were released, Evolution and Numb the Pain. Um, I was the guy to like put everything together.
Yeah, dude,
So
that's
like I
insane.
got sounds from everyone. Like there was like 4 artists per. There was 5 artists, including me, per group, and 1 singer each. So what happened was the 5 producers worked out an instrumental, and then the singers did the singing on those, and it came out sick. Like
They did, dude.
I did not
Yeah, yeah.
expect those results. Like I even expected for like at least one of the groups to fail and not deliver, because it's so hard because people don't know each other. They're just like, what the hell is happening right now?
Right.
Dude,
But
they
yeah,
were great songs, brother. Like,
thank you.
they were
Thank
really
you.
good, dude.
Yeah, I really believe in Evolution and Numb the Pain. Numb the Pain is actually my #1 song right now. So
Dude, it's
I've like,
deep, bro.
I don't know how many songs I have, like maybe 20, 30 on Spotify, and Numb the Pain is the most popular of all of them.
Yeah, that's a deep song too.
Thank you,
Like
thank
the
you.
lyrics
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, shout out
But
to H.A.Y. He did the lyrics, he wrote the whole song, and he did the vocals on it. Definitely spiced up the song for sure.
and I feel like back in the day, I was talking with Eddie about this because we're starting another segment to the podcast that we have a couple episodes. I didn't put them out yet, but where we're kind of reviewing music and lyrics.
That's
And I
sick.
talk
Wow, I
about the
didn't know you did
fact,
it.
yeah, we're starting that segment soon. And part of like where I got that idea was looking back at music from when I was, 16 and 18 years old, listening to those same songs and being like, damn, this is what the lyrics mean. Like being able to kind of put that how deep some of the songs I was listening to actually are. And your music, I can feel whoever wrote it dealt with some shit in their life
Yeah,
and
big time.
they're expressing it. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of music that I'm always into, is the one that has that deep emotion of
Yeah,
pain just coming out, dude. Like,
yeah,
and then you add that beat to it, which is like insane because it's kind of like it's a very deep emotional song with pain, and then you just put this beat to it that you're like, you just want to go all out when you listen to it. You can feel it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's sick,
yeah.
dude.
I
It
spend a
really
lot
is.
of extra time on productions. Like I'm not the usual producer that just makes a song a day. Sometimes I spend like 160 hours per song. So that's literally like 1 month of of a 9 to 5, right?
Right.
160. Yeah.
You spend that much time on your music?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes one song takes that.
What do you
Sometimes
do?
it's quicker, but
What do you do outside of music? Is there anything else that you do, or are you just constantly making music?
no, the only thing I can do in life is music, literally. I was told that once, and it's kind of true. Like, I suck at everything else.
Somebody told you?
Yeah,
you
somebody
can't do
told
it?
me that. Somebody told me that, and now it's like starting to hit me finally. Because that moment, I was upset that I was told that, but today I realized that it's kind of fucking true, you know.
I mean, it looks like you got the fashion down, dude.
Thank you.
Very
Yeah, I just
fashionable
changed
there.
like 5 minutes ago. I changed.
That's
I
some
mean,
fashion there, dude.
You're doing what you love, so you're not really working, you know what I mean? So that's the best job.
Oh
of
yeah.
all, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Yeah,
Do
for
you
sure.
do-
Yeah.
Do you do live shows? Like, do you go and do live?
Yeah, I'm actually
DJing?
playing 3 gigs in Norway. Later this month. I'm flying back. I'm in New York still, but I'm flying out in 3 days on Tuesday. May 10, and then May 13 is when I'm gonna play my first gig in Norway.
Nice.
Did you do anything here in New York or anywhere in the United States?
Sorry, what was the question again?
Did you have any shows or anything here in the US?
No. I'm actually pretty much done with shows right now, unless I get like a decent, a decent offer. Like the Norway, it's the Norway one is pretty good for me because it's 3 gigs in a row, in the same place, in the same city. So I'm just gonna enjoy myself pretty much, but also I'm gonna do some crazy work. The place is not so big, so it was a great offer for me at the moment, but I'm not really taking up shows right now. I don't have a tour manager. I don't really do any touring. I'm just trying to be focused on music and putting a lot of the deep stuff that you were talking about. Like the more music like that in the world, the better. Yeah. And I'm trying to make something. That the world really needs. Like maybe I'm not gonna blow up. Maybe I'm not gonna be famous because I don't do like sugarcoating pop. I'm trying to bring real music to the world and real feelings. That's why I'm kind of starting to use as many acoustic elements in my songs as possible, but still keeping those electronic elements that really are making a difference. Like you can never play, doesn't matter what amp you're going to use, doesn't matter what processing you're going to do, but you can never play an as incredible bass line on a bass guitar as you would do on an electronic synth, like the virtual.
So you're trying to get the human element, basically.
Yeah, I mean, not really. Just trying to save the best sounds that electronic music can offer, and add the best sounds that acoustic instruments can offer. Like, or I don't know, what do you call an electric guitar? An acoustic instrument? It's not really an acoustic instrument, but it's not a synth.
Yeah, it's just an instrument.
It's an instrument. Yeah, but it's played with actual hands. There's an actual human feeling to it.
Yeah,
that's why I'm trying to use a lot of electric guitars in my music right now. Is also like I got one over here. It's fresh.
That's sick, dude. Did you get that?
Yeah, I just got that. I love your tattoo too, by the way.
Thank you, dude. I was this was back in my drinking days, and I don't remember really getting it.
Oh shit. It's pretty big for not remembering getting it.
Yeah, I got this one too. It's my neighborhood. I got this and this at the same time. Don't remember getting them, dude. I also have YOLO tattooed on my ass cheek.
Do you really?
Yeah. YOLO, dude. Fucking YOLO tattooed on my ass cheek.
Jesus Christ.
I went wild when I was a drinker, dude. I stopped drinking, dude, but your music makes me want to pop them mollies again.
Damn, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean
it gets
to do
me
that.
going, dude.
But you can enjoy it when you're sober too. Like I make all of the songs that I make, I make them sober. I'm not under the influence of anything. Like actually, it's a myth that all artists have to take drugs. It's a big myth, because like when you take something, your creativity and just willingness to work is just lowering.
I love that you just said that, dude, because me and Eddie both relate. I've been in June, I'll be 6 years sober. Eddie's got a couple more years than that. And I used to think everything I had to do had to include alcohol or drugs. And I didn't think I could ever do anything without it. And today I'm sitting here and I have a podcast and I'm putting my sober opinion out almost every day to, anybody that tunes into my podcast. It was a scary thing at first, you know what I mean? But I think it's awesome that you have that message. And I also think it's awesome that you say that you don't put out sugar-coated pop, because there's a lot of people that like, you get into this music and then people start to look up to you, but you got this kind of chains connected to you and the people following you. I just feel like a lot of artists today are more of a marketing plan for somebody bigger than them. You know what I mean? Like they're not really being themselves once they get to this point, and they're there to kind of market something, whether it's a car or a type of clothing line, or they're not really just putting out authentic music that they love. You know what I mean? So how do you think? Go ahead, Ed.
I feel like with a lot of people, you can see it in their artwork is before like they blow up, like it's like raw emotion, it's who they are, and then they get to a certain point and you can tell like at that point is where they sold out. And like, their music isn't the same. It's not, you don't feel that raw emotion. They're just putting out that radio hit, and it's like, in my opinion, is bullshit.
There's like a meme that says oh, so you listen to EDM? Yeah, I do. So what's your favorite song? Avicii Levels.
It's the truth, dude.
With a lot of respect to Avicii, of course, and it's very sad that he passed. But that just sums up, that just sums up real fans, and what you said is great, because I really believe in the music that I'm about to release right now. I don't believe that it's gonna get famous and blow up, because it carries all the songs that I'm dropping carry very deep feelings and emotions. That's why it's probably not going to be so easy to understand for people, and not as easy as the pop music, the Billboard charted music.
And the music that's more materialistic and external rather than something internal that you can't really. I think that's the hardest part. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really have words to explain them things, and people don't understand that. And
you guys use Spotify? You guys use Spotify?
Yeah, I checked you out on there. Dude, I seen you had like 500,000 subscribers on there, bro.
Yeah. So what you're talking about, I also noticed how I went to a record store a couple of days back. I went there for like 5 hours and realized, when was the last time I actually listened to an artist and not a playlist? Because everything, like, music is turning into playlists right now, and you have a choice whether I'm gonna make music that suits those playlists so that it can get enough streams, or will I make music that, I don't know, maybe will fit and maybe not, and maybe is something new that there's no playlist for that yet, and I'm going the second road. I don't know if fortunately or unfortunately, but I'm going down the second road, and I definitely hope that it's not going to be buried under nothing, because it definitely has a lot of meaning to it. But obviously, hope for the best.
And I think everything happens for a reason. Whatever decision you make is going to be the best decision, whether you learn from it or not.
True.
And I think you got to do what's true to you, right? And that's what you're saying that you're doing. So how do you kind of like, let's say you put out this music and you get a deal from somebody, and somebody's trying to make a deal with you. What is your like process of, is this good for me or bad for me? Like, to make sure that I stay myself
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because right now you're you, right? Like you're putting out your stuff, you're in control. If somebody ever wanted to take you on a label or something like that, like how are you going to balance that to stay yourself and make sure that you don't become, you know, somebody you're not for money?
Okay, so in this case, I'm looking up to Russ, RUSS. He's
Love
amazing.
Russ, dude.
He's always been independent, and I've always worked with independent labels in terms of like releasing singles. So I'm free, and the fact that I'm gonna get like labels calling me means that I did it, or that I already did it. If they want to invest in me, there's only like what 4 or 5 major labels in the world.
Right.
If the second they notice me, I already know that's it. I made it.
Yeah.
You
I don't
can
need a
kind of
deal. I
ignore
don't.
that.
I'm probably not gonna take the deal because they're like literally like you're selling your soul to the devil.
Right.
Dude, that is absolutely awesome. One, I love Russ, dude. He's probably one of my favorite artists
Hell yeah! Shout
out
out to
there,
Russ.
dude.
We know you're watching, bro.
Dude, I love Russ. I really do. I like ever since I found him a couple years back, I was like, what's the oh man, what was the song I found him on? It was like it's
What they
about
want.
him.
What
It's
they
about
want.
him, and
Oh.
it's him in the video, and it's all him producing, mixing, but
Oh,
he shifts it
true.
up.
Yeah, I know that
You know what
one.
I'm talking
Forgot the
about?
title too. Forgot the
And I
title
was
too.
like, damn, dude, like this dude's legit, and he does it all himself. And
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of what you're kind of doing, right?
I mean, I wish I could do
He's
everything
here?
myself. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuck,
Welcome
man.
back to the dumbest guy in the room.
You could put like an ad there.
Yeah, my bad, dude. But dude, yeah, that's awesome. That's a great dude to look up to. Honestly,
Yeah.
I like that mindset. I don't think most people would have that mindset.
You know, I try not to. I've really like if you ask me who's your favorite artist, I don't know. Like, because I don't know. Like, I'm my own artist. I make my own stuff, and I don't really have a favorite artist.
So do you have like especially like early on, like who'd you listen to? Like who were your influences?
Oh, the first ever influences, like you wouldn't even tell by now, but my first ever influence was deadmau5.
Okay.
And all of the stuff that was happening around him, pretty much, because back in the day he was big. He released this album. Album title goes here, or even the earlier one with strobe on it. And yeah, that was like, that made me feel stuff for some reason. Like I felt like, because I couldn't play any instrument, right? And I knew that electronic music was made on a computer. I wasn't, and like I realized that without getting into music, that you don't really need to like play instruments to make that kind of stuff, because it seemed pretty simple.
Right.
And I was also a DJ. I started to DJ at like 15, I think 14 or 15. I started to DJ. I really got into DJing. I think 15 or even 16. It was pretty late because I was just a kid, that loved to play video games. I didn't give a shit about anything else. But then I realized that the music that I was DJing currently at that point could be actually like produced by me. And that's how I started to make my first beats. I was like, damn, this is not as hard as I thought it would be. 3 months after, literally, like I locked myself in my room for 3 months. I wasn't I had no social life. And in 3 months from then, I put out my first song.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then another and another and another. And that went up to the 10,000 followers on SoundCloud that I told you about earlier.
Still, that's sick, dude. Like when you were locking yourself in your room playing video games at 15, 16 years old, what did your parents think of that? Like, I hear these stories. I listened to a podcast with Mr. Beast, the dude that does the YouTube videos with Joe Rogan, and he said that and I don't really watch his content. It's not for me, but I'm inspired by somebody that can kind of create what they're trying to create. And he said that, his parents always were like, everybody around him was always like, dude, this is worthless. You're wasting your life. Like, what are you doing? And then next thing he just never gave up. And he became probably one of the biggest YouTubers out there. So like, what did your parents think of what you were doing? Like at that time, you're like, I know around here, man, it's like, get a career, get a job, do this. But what you were doing, what did your parents or your closest, people say about that?
Right. So my parents were neutral to what I was doing. They were just happy that I wouldn't play video games anymore, because they really saw a lot of negative aspect in that before. I mean, I wasn't really like a nerd that would just spend like 12 hours a day playing video games. That wasn't me, but I did waste a fair share of time doing that. And yeah, but at least I realized at the right time. Like I woke up at like 16 and started doing like something with my life actually. And trying to figure out like a way for myself for the future. But yeah, my parents were neutral. They weren't supporting, but they also weren't, thinking of music for me as something negative. They just wouldn't support me. That's it. But I'm okay with that because then I got like people in my high school that can probably support me. And I had my currently one of my best friends. I had a guy that I was sitting with in class always, and he would always support my music no matter what. It was super shitty back then because I was 16 and I just started out. My first songs were actually go further than those that Eddie listed earlier. That's even older and that's even worse. That's just like pure embarrassment at this point. But we all start somewhere, is what you said.
Yes.
So back to the question. Yeah. So my best friend in high school was really helping me out a lot, and he helped me believe in myself. And then everything kind of started coming together slowly but surely, but yeah, about back to my parents, they started to support me now because they know that music makes my living, that that I can live by myself without any problems, without having to hit them up for help. Yeah, and they're supportive right now. They're gonna help me with whatever I need help with, and I'm gonna do the same to them.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it is, dude. And I just think that like, because music is one of them areas of artistry where there's so many people trying to get in it. So when that's the thing that your kid or something likes, it's like, dude, you're not getting there. There's thousands of people trying to do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Go do this and that. And I'm not I'm not like, I like my kid to kind of create himself. I try not to force too many things on him, even though he's 7, so he does obviously need structure, but I don't want to force him into this or that. I kind of do let him create himself and become him, because I feel like when I was younger, a lot of things were kind of forced on me, and I created this whole thing that I wasn't, which led me to, a lot of drinking and drugs.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Dude, I embrace it now, dude. Like,
yeah, but because if you didn't go through this, at that time, maybe you'd still like hit that period at certain point of your life. Yeah, it's the same with like with everything. Like, sometimes you gotta experience the doc shit and like actually learn from it. So yeah.
What do you think about the culture here in the United States compared to Poland?
Well, I don't really know much culture because I only hung out with people with same interests, right? Musicians, and yeah. So I can't really tell what the culture is. The people were all different. There was people from the Jewish culture that I've hung out with. Mormons, Asians, and a lot of different cultures. So I can't really say much because it's just so like it's just so diverse.
Right.
Is it the same way in Poland? Like, do you have that kind of a diverse crowd? So I'm Polish myself. My
What do you
grandmother,
mean?
my grandmother is a
Oh,
Galicinsky. So
oh,
they're from Poland, and she used to speak it and everything. And I don't know much about, Poland at all, besides
that's
the fact
crazy.
people used to call me a Polak all the time. I don't know if is that a derogatory, term over there?
Yeah, well, Polak is just a Polish guy, a guy from
Yeah.
Poland. That's it. But
Here,
yeah, yo, that's sick. That's sick though. I met a lot of people that got their grandpas
Yeah.
from Poland. So it's not that far, it's not that many generations. And yeah, in Poland it's all different, but I'm again, like I live in a big city, so I live in Warsaw. I got a lot of Ukrainians in there, so we already have this like tolerance, and we're already expecting that wherever we go, we're going to face a lot of different cultures. Is it good? I don't know. Like, is it good that in America, like so many different cultures are kind of becoming one slowly? Like it's gonna take years and years, but yeah, as you said, like your grandma was from Poland, but are you ever coming back to Poland, like to maintain that blood? Probably not. You don't know that. I mean, you can't guess, but obviously you don't know whether you're gonna end up, whether your like family is gonna end up in America for good.
that's true, dude. And I always like kind of took it for granted until recently with everything going on in America, like that I was from here. There's just so much going on. But what's it like back at home right now with everything going on in Europe? And
Yeah, there's a lot of Ukrainians coming in, and we're trying to help them out, give them homes and food and everything they need, jobs also. But it's been happening for some period of time already, because Ukraine is not always been, it's not always been chill. I don't really want to talk politics in here,
no, you're good,
but
dude. I just wanted to know how it was there, like from a viewpoint of somebody that lived there,
I
because
mean,
you see
there
all
was
this
always
stuff mainstream.
yeah, there was always Ukrainians in Warsaw, and I'm kind of used to it, but there's more now.
Okay.
So
All
that's
right.
how the
Yeah.
situation looks.
I didn't
But
mean to get political. I just wanted to know, like, from a standpoint of living, if it was what was actually
no,
happening
nothing
over there
changed. I mean, I'm not there right now because I left right before everything went
started.
down. Yeah. I mean, right at the time, I think. Like a
Yeah,
couple
you
days
said
before I left, I think
Right.
everything started, the invasion and stuff.
it's a scary time over there, I feel like, and that's kind of where I was
But
getting
well,
at.
you are close. You are close to the actual thing happening. But I think Polish people in general feel safe, even though they're the closest country to wherever's happening.
But man, and I hope your family stays safe. But go ahead. What were you
Thank you.
about to ask me?
So like here in like the US, like EDM has been like blown up the last like decade, right?
Yeah.
But I know in Europe it's been around way longer, and
Yeah.
it's been way like popular for a long time over there. Like one of my bucket lists is to make it to Tomorrowland,
Mhm.
and go experience like that festival. And like, so like how long, like give me like a better like idea of like how it is over there compared to here, because like they do have like festivals and stuff like that. Like I know there's one in Miami that's pretty big every summer, but like give me your perspective from like the that scene over there.
All right. So EDM, I don't know much about Poland because Poland's different. EDM is not big in Poland at
Okay.
all. But I know that Europe is well, the DJ Mag top 10 DJs are almost all of them are Dutch. So
Yeah.
and that's like, it's ironic because the Netherlands are one of the smallest countries in Europe. Oh, shit. Hold on. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good, man.
All right. What was I saying?
That most of the DJs are Dutch, and the Netherlands is small.
Yeah. Most of the big DJs are Dutch, and like almost almost like, I don't know, every third Dutch guy is a DJ or a producer. It's funny.
That is funny.
There's a lot of people in Belgium, and Sweden, right? Like ABBA,
Yeah.
Avicii, right?
Yeah.
Kygo, and Alan Walker is Norwegian. So Scandinavia is big too. Yeah, their electronic music still rocks there. I don't know why it's not big in Poland, because in Poland we Polish people prefer 90% prefer rap. So the way to hit the Polish scene is to do rap. I guess it's possible to combine it with EDM, but again, like, I'm not going down that road. I'm going the harder road. Like, I want to give people emotion, but in order to be a big rapper, you just gotta rap some like about like bullshit.
Right.
But I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's where I hear a lot of rap. Do you listen to like Americans rap, or is there like Polish rappers?
There's Polish rappers. No, we don't. We almost we don't even know like the overseas culture and music. We don't. I feel like Polish people don't appreciate it enough, or they get way too focused. Like, it's one of the two always, because like whatever's coming out in Poland in the rap scene, as far as I noticed, is a copy of whatever has been popular in the American scene. Like 2 years back, like, so they started there was that moment when Migos blew up, right? And people in Poland would just like a couple years after just copy their songs, copy their like whatever they did, like the ad libs and stuff,
Right.
and they'd get popular in Poland.
They kind of recreate the cadence and everything of American rappers.
Pretty much of whatever blew up in America, because like it wasn't only American rappers that blew up in America, right? It was different. Like Russ is Italian, right? He's Italian.
Yeah,
it's interesting to like listen to like rap from here compared to like British like rappers, or like my wife, like her family's Greek, and her brother listens to, like, he showed me some like Greek rappers and stuff like that, and like it's interesting to, and like he would translate, so like the translations into English a lot of times doesn't really make sense, but like he would try and translate it into English for me, and it was interesting to hear those different sounds and those different vocals and lyrics.
There's some fire rappers in Germany and France. Like, there's some fire music in German and French. We just don't know that because we don't understand that. That's why it's so easy to be here.
Right.
I do find it crazy, dude. Like a lot of rock comes over from Europe to here.
Yeah.
But it starts in Europe. And I find it freaking amazing that a lot of the music, you can't hear the accent when they're singing.
Yeah.
And then they speak. Yeah. And you're like, holy shit, that's right? The same person.
Yeah, right. Like, I feel like it's actually a bonus, because you're getting a bonus, because like you can figure out like a certain flow that people will think like, holy fuck, it's so new, but it's actually just like Polish accent singing or something like that,
It's like Adele, like when she sings, there's no accent, but then when she talks, like you hear like the roughest British accent ever, and you're like, holy shit.
yeah, because music is a different language,
Yeah.
You can't tell who's singing, at all, like, because music is a whole another language, and it's beautiful. That's why I do music, man, because I can communicate with everyone.
I'm glad you said that, dude, because I think the same thing a lot about I say it all the time about Kanye West. Like, the dude, everyone says he's crazy, insane, and all this, because when you listen to him talk, he's not very good at speaking his thoughts at all. But he comes out with a song, and it's clear as day, like what he's trying to communicate through his beats, and through, like, he just doesn't communicate on the same level as other people. So like him talking makes no sense because his brain's going a mile a minute. But give that dude a way to make a beat and rap, you can understand everything he's talking about. He kind of clears up that whatever's going on up here in his head. So I'm kind of like, I like that you bring that up, the fact of I communicate differently, and you can communicate through music, because it's so true, dude. It really is.
Yeah, like in that aspect, you can communicate around the world, no matter what their language is. Like that, you can communicate to them,
Bro.
and like they might not understand lyric wise, but they can feel the emotion. They can hear the emotion, and like I feel like that's 80-90% of what music is.
Yeah. Do you know who Friedrich Nietzsche is, the philosopher?
Never
ever
heard
hear
of it.
him?
Oh no, hold
So
on. Of course I have. Yeah,
So
yeah.
Nietzsche said, without music, life is meaningless. And it made me think a lot, like, what does he
Really?
mean?
Damn,
Yeah.
I have to read some of this guy.
Yeah, he's very into like frequencies and stuff like that. Like he said, without music, life is meaningless.
Of course.
Music is what gives meaning to life, and everything around you is music in a way. And for somebody like you to be able to pick up on all of them frequencies and put them together is just amazing. So
Thank you.
the thing that got me, brother, was Mike plays a whole different kind of music that he enjoys. And then when I heard the EDM song, I'm like, holy shit. So how the hell did you hear Mike and be like, yo, this will go great with EDM and my music? Like, how did that happen, dude?
That literally happened though. That was what happened. He played me a riff on guitar, which was supposed to be for his metal songs or something, or he just like came up with a riff that was definitely like he never thought of it to be in an EDM song. And I was like, hold on, I know what will go great with this. Give me like an hour or something. And then I built up like this instrumental. I put Mike's guitar in there, and it's like a metal and an EDM song blended together. It's crazy.
It's like a new sound. So how did you and Mike get together?
We met when making Evolution, right?
Yeah.
I think Mike, you should get this one.
Well, it was through Jürgen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was it you just through the internet?
Yeah. The guy that was teaching me how to produce was part of the group of artists that was working on the song. And,
Evolution.
I think like you needed guitar or something.
Yeah. And then we got offered like I think Jürgen Debris said in the chat that if we need any guitars, he knows a guy. I was like, yeah. I was like, actually, like, fuck yeah, we need guitars. And well, it was like Evolution was not really where Mike's magic is shining, because he only did like stuff for the verses and for like mostly background stuff.
I played 3 chords. It was really, really hard.
But yeah.
Are you
Then
guys working on some new stuff?
Then we
Yeah.
decided to link up. We were still like in touch all the time because I was promoting the shit out of Mike.
How many
on
songs have
Instagram.
we done so far since you've been here? Like probably like 7 or 8, right?
Yeah, a crazy amount. Mike is a machine. Like we could make 4 songs a day with Mike. It's like
It's
definitely a great connection here.
Yeah, it's really good. It's the most efficient partnership I've ever had musically.
Probably here, bro.
Like,
thank you.
We just get shit done, and it's nice. It's a nice change. Because
Yeah,
usually like we're dicking around in the studio, like trying to come up with stuff, and it's like, no. When we get together, I either go, hey, I have this riff, or he goes, hey, I have this song. Can you play over it? And then we just go.
Yeah, it's instant. For Mike, you don't gotta wait. Like, hey, hold on, let me figure this out. He's just playing. Like there's no delay. There's just like everything is happening so naturally. And
that's how I write most of my guitar parts, period, though. I kind of just like screw around on the guitar until something cool comes out, and I'm like, okay, I'll roll with this.
Yeah, but it's so quick. Like you just like, I give you this beat and you're ready to shred over it in like literally no time. This 5 seconds it takes you to figure out what to play. It's nuts.
So like, when you hear a beat, like do you ever like hear a beat in your head and you're like, oh shit, like let me get to the studio and then start running with it?
Who's that question for?
For you.
For me.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, actually I never answered that question. I think Bill asked me earlier, right? How does it happen? Yeah.
How's it happen?
Like have you ever like walking down the street and then all of a sudden get a beat in your head and you're just like, oh shit, Like,
Yeah, it happens a lot of times, and they're mostly all shit. But yeah, to be fair with you, I just like I do the same thing. I just play around. I'm first of all, I need a reason. Like, why am I making this song? Why am I making this instrumental? Who am I making it with? I always think of collaborations. If the collaboration doesn't happen because like the other person rejects the work, I'm gonna finish that one myself. But I'm already gonna have like a start, like a direction. Yeah, but sometimes it comes randomly because I'm like, yeah, let's open a blank piece of paper and just start something. It used to happen more often, but I don't do it anymore because I always have like 60 or 70 projects to finish.
right.
So until I finish all of that, I'm never gonna finish all of that. Let's just be real.
This guy's the machine, not me.
Not true. Like I said, I'll make 2 songs a month, maybe 3.
I mean, I feel like there's like a lot of artists like Mac Miller, rest in peace. Like he was like that. Like he had like 200-300 songs, like unreleased songs that he just never like he did them and then needed to work on them, didn't think they were good enough to be released, and then just sat on them, and they're just sitting on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, it happens a lot. It happens a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but it's because like you can either just drop them and hope for them to be picked up by people, but these days you got algorithms and stuff, and if somebody doesn't like your song, that fucks up the algorithm and so on and so forth, that the chain is gonna break for you, because of the algorithms, just because there's so much shit right now. Did you know that there's 40,000 songs being dropped on Spotify every day?
Oh, really?
40,000. So imagine you're swimming literally in a deep sea.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this podcast. I wonder how many podcasts are dropping every single day. You know what I mean? Like it's the same.
Probably a lot.
It's the same thing. Everybody wants to do these things, and I found my love is just talking to people and getting perspective of things, and I could care less kind of where it goes. You know what I mean? And that's kind of my mindset with when I started this, was I'm doing it to talk to people, have fun, and learn perspectives. And
that's awesome.
You know what I mean? It
first of all, you're having fun right now, so you're already doing the right thing. When you're having fun doing something, that's it. Do it.
That's it, dude. That's it. That's what life's all about, brother. And I can obviously see that you and Mike both love music. The fact that you can get together and just kind of play music the whole time without doing the other bullshit.
Perfect example was the song we did last time I was up here with Gabe.
Oh yeah,
that song's sick. The blues solo.
Yeah,
dude, I love that.
Dude, I wrote that guitar part in like 5 minutes because like if the song's good, the idea just comes.
Yeah.
If a song is well written, like you don't even have to think for your parts; they just kind of like appear.
Yeah, that's called being professional.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be as professional as possible, presenting you an idea to work on, and same for you. Like you played a professional ass riff. That's how we made the song.
But there's some. I've been like commissioned by other producers to play some guitar parts for their stuff, and I'm like, I have trouble coming up with parts for it. The song doesn't like resonate with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was saying earlier about collaboration. Sometimes people reject my stuff because they don't feel comfortable working on it.
Yeah, but what I mean is like about the songs being well written is like I spent probably like 2 hours trying to come up with a guitar part for somebody else. And I ended up just playing like 4 chords over it anyway, because I just like, it's not because I couldn't think of anything cool to play over it. It's just the song didn't like hit me in a way that allowed me to be creative.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas like the song with the blues solo in it that we were talking about, I heard that like the first time and I immediately heard what I was going to play over it in my head, like on the first listen. And we were just like, boom, done.
Yeah. And what was that? How did that happen?
What
was the reason behind that?
I love the blues. It's kind of what I was raised on when I was learning how to play guitar.
Yeah.
So that's always a soft spot for me, even though I'm metalhead. Two, the fact that I could actually explore that style on a song that's not me just playing over a backing track. And three, like that chord progression was just nice, man.
Hey, shout out to Gabriel.
He knows his shit. It was spicy.
Those I love those chord progressions too. That's the main reason.
Threw in like I don't know how to explain it unless you play an instrument, but he threw in like a couple of like blue notes that just chef's kiss. It was beautiful.
Yeah. And it's all like so simple too. Like shout out to Gabriel again. That guy knows how to create music.
And that was the perfect example too, because like as soon as you played that song, it resonated with me as a musician to play over it. And two, like during the first verse, I immediately like it painted a picture in my head. Damn. I was thinking like, you know, I would hear this song at like a real nice like upscale bar, you know what I mean, where it's kind of dark in the room and there's a guy over in the corner playing piano. So I wrote my part to be like, all right, if I was accompanying this, what would that sound like?
Oh shit. Yeah, that's right. That's dope.
That is sick.
Yeah,
that's such a cool mindset.
It is, dude. I think the coolest thing since I've been getting more and more into music is the fact that blues and metal from a scale of like what it is from the outside looking in looks so different, but it's really similar in the emotion aspect. It's usually
they're the same genre.
Deep.
Like straight up. Black Sabbath's a blues band. They just use a lot of distortion.
It's insane to me that that's the truth. You know, like you tell 16-year-old me that, and I'd be like, dude, shut up. It's not even close.
Think about your classic rock guys that like were the godfathers of metal, for lack of a better word. Like before metal was a thing, it was like Black Sabbath. They started the genre. They were a blues band before they became Black Sabbath. Led Zeppelin literally stole blues riffs from like lesser known blues artists.
I think the Stones did the same thing.
Yeah, they both did. They're both notorious for it. It's really bad.
Crazy.
Who else? Deep Purple put a different spin on it because they put classical in their music, and that's another thing that metal derives from a lot, depending on what style. But yeah, you're right. Like, dude, even Megadeth, like most of their songs are blues scales and stuff, and they play like 1,000,000 notes per second.
Dude, I would have never knew. I just learned something new because I did not know any of that. But I find it so fascinating, man. I do. And I think I got a project for the rest of your time in New York. You got to make a Dumbest Guy in the Room song.
Yeah, let's sample the podcast.
Damn, it's actually such a cool name. Yeah, it hooked me right away. It was like Mike, because Mike is the guy to hook me up with Bill here and this amazing podcast. I'm having so much fun, by the way. Thanks so much for getting me here, and yeah. It's a big honor.
My wife's actually the one that came up with that, dude. Me and my wife were sitting there trying to come up with a name for it, and she just said it, and I was like, "That's it. That's the name." And it all came from because I was kind of going over what I'm trying to accomplish, and it's like I want to learn from other people, so I want to be the dumbest guy in the room.
Oh shit! I thought it was like some kind of like game. We picked the dumbest guy in the room.
No, it's just literally like that's what it is. I try to be humble and be the dumbest guy in the room, even though when you call I don't know. I just don't want to be, I want to talk to everybody. And that's kind of where it came from. My wife, so compliments to my wife that gave me the name of the podcast. I'm glad you liked
it. That's sick. Yeah, for sure.
So look, man, we've been here for probably a little over an hour, dude. I'll let you guys get back to making music, but where can people find you? Go ahead and, just promote yourself again.
Plug all your stuff.
Yeah, just search up Clarx on Spotify and you'll get the answer. Pretty much.
And I'll put everything in the comments below too, so people can click in
there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, yo. You didn't have to do that.
No, I'm definitely doing that, brother. I really do enjoy your music. Like I'm not just saying that. When I heard that thing, dude, I messaged Mike immediately. I'm like, yo, can I put this on my podcast, dude? I fucking love this song.
Oh shit, that's so nice.
It was literally dude. Came out.
Damn, thank you. I appreciate that. Damn, I can't wait to see the final podcast then.
Yeah, man. I'll be editing it and I'll have it up I got to cut out that whole breakup that we had there in the beginning. But
that's a lot of editing, bro. Yeah, cut out those parts where I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're good, dude. Trust me, you're good, man. Nobody gets through the whole hour anyway. So I appreciate. I really do. I appreciate you coming on, man. Mike, thank you for hooking it up, brother.
Yeah, no
very
problem.
nice meeting you, dude.
Dude, thanks so much. Likewise. And yeah, I love being on here. It's actually, I don't really do podcasts. I don't even know. Maybe this is not my first podcast that I've ever done, but it's one of few, definitely. So I had so much fun, and yeah, damn.
Thanks for having me on again too.
Yeah,
man.
Thanks so much for
Mike,
having me.
Dude, seriously, thank you, brother. And keep it up, guys. Get back to making your music. And I'll keep sharing your music every time I hear it coming out, brother.
I think
Awesome.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Bill.
Quick question.
Super glad.
Well, the music that you guys are working on now, any projection on when you'll start dropping them?
I don't know if it's the question to me or probably because I'm sitting on all of the guitar riffs that Mike is sending me. Because it takes way longer to edit the guitars than to actually like play them out.
That's because I suck.
True. But we might even hear something this year. So
awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to hear.
Do you still have stuff from you? FL pulled up?
Yeah.
Do it's not the file that we were messing with. All right, never mind.
Yeah, it closed on me.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely sooner than you think. I'm hoping that we can do this year, but if not, then 2023 is when everything is gonna come out for
Drop
sure.
A little summer banger.
Yeah, summer bangers are coming.
Nice.
You got to put them out, dude.
Yeah.
Got to put them out just in time, man. Look, brother, have a safe flight back to Poland. If you see any Galachinskis, let me know.
For sure. Yeah, I'll remember the name.
All right, brother. Have a good night, guys.
Hey,
enjoy your rest of your time
guys.
in New York. And again, have a safe flight, brother.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Pieces I fall when I collect myself. You better run like hell. Stuck in the flames of my soul. And when I'm out of my cell, you better pray for help. Welcome to my evolution. Leveling up, leveling up. Welcome to my evolution. Leveling up. Chosen, I follow the call. My soul is breaking free. You awaken me. Stolen my time to move on, but now I can see seizing destiny. Welcome to my evolution. Leveling up, leveling up. Welcome to my evolution. Leveling up, leveling up.
Switch